Uh, that time plot from Stand Lore. Welcome to the Worldbuilding the Virtual Isle podcast. So this time I wanted to revisit the D&D Monopoly thing, partly as I'm doing that this week. So I'm probably off this week. I'm probably not gonna be able to do any recordings. So that will be like any recordings I have to do for like this week is probably not being done. I'm just kind of like uploading these precisely to go and be done before. So, funny enough, on mine, I actually have a couple interesting things to kind of like go for, just simply because I feel like they would be interesting. So, chances probably far going to be the most interesting one, in the fact that like there's so many things to happen from like chance. So like obviously chances like I go I already know how that works. There's a bunch of ways to kind of like get and pay money. Uh, uh, Obviously we know what boardwalk is. Don't quite know what the function of jail is. Wait, what is there? Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure if it's the same way in default, but apparently, like, at least with Vintage Monopoly, which is what I'm probably going to base it off of because that's what cards I have here. Apparently, there's two, there's two cards that are literally the exact same. I might change that. Might change it. Uh, obviously there's also St. Charles's Place, back three spaces, Illinois. Um, then reading and like the utilities. So obviously last time I did it, I got all of this stuff. I figured out about like kind of what I wanted to do for the bankrupt thing. Um, Something I kind of thought about with this is for jail. Uh, Mandatory fight basically. So jail can be like any random creature, basically. Uh, and so they have to fight it, basically. Uh, for no reward, by the way. For no reward. They go. They don't have any reward for fighting it. They just get out. If they have the card, they can go and pay to get out of the arena, basically. Uh, so actually, I'm going to say like, uh, I listed as arena. So basically, there's go to arena basically, and like I just rather than just visiting, it's just watching. Uh, so yeah. Uh, if you're actually in jail, it's there basically. I might have that one. I might have a little bit more space on basically. Uh, just so that like and nothing else with those tiles, then it's like, yeah, the top part is where like we have the just like everybody's in jail thing, but afterwards it's not that. Uh, Board items, not too sure. Uh, Payments, hmm, yeah, I will say with payments they can either be money uh, or uh, are given on quest. Because they do say that will be a little bit more interesting, basically. Uh, so yeah. Now, obviously, like the quest is in payment for the rent, basically, and that person no longer is able to play. They on their turns they're just doing the combat basically, and then move on. So I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting. Um, Railroads and utilities. So, uh, electric company. That's the regular one. Uh, electric company. So that one I will say probably the best thing to change it to in my campaign would be MPD or like uh, the Mara Police Department. Uh, uh, and then like the Waterworks, which is like the other one that's kind of equal but a little bit harder and more valuable, kinda. Um, uh, that one I would say is like WPD or or actually WPF. So like World Police Force. So the reason why I have in my world like the Mara Police Department and the World Police Department is like the Mara Police Departments. Those are typically local cops, basically. The WPF is a collection of agents underneath one person in particular who basically has like the resources and ability to just be like, yo, so, hey, how about we go over here to this other side of the world and deal with the crime there? Cool. Cool. We got it. Cool. Done. And simple as that. That's why they do it. They're kind of a little bit more above the law for that. Now, this I would change, actually. Like I'm gonna change the Christmas reason. From like MA messed up and sucked them in and taking signs to fix to teaching a ruby dragon about the world. I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting of a reason and definitely a lot more sensical of a reason. And it's definitely a little bit more in line with them. The reason why is because like I haven't not made it yet, but like if you saw the first one with this, I'm pretty sure I had up these two. That's what I would be referring to. So like there would be obviously a adult ruby dragon and a ancient ruby dragon, and I still have not yet gone around to doing them. The major thing that would be a interesting thing is going and getting it so that designing it in a way that like it should be equal to a red dragon, but not like the red dragon is not more powerful, but the ruby dragon is also not more powerful. So like either one could win in a fight. That would be a different thing. But yeah, it is what it is basically. And so like, when I'm doing this, I might also have over here just like the various properties basically. So like it is what it is. Obviously, they can mortgage the properties. Is like, as far as I know, that should be like relatively the same. I'm trying to go and keep it relatively as equal, I guess. Uh, so then it's like the major issue though is like I'm not sure exactly on how do I want to change up like the railroads, right? Because like there's Reading, Pennsylvania, B&O, and Short Line. But like, what do I change them to? That's like on brand, I guess. Effectively. Okay. Um. Maybe dungeons. What dungeons have I dealt or had them do? Um. Well, obviously, like all of them are about equal. So like, there's the but namely, there's the Fanfoss dungeon. There's the one that's down by Dawsbury. That is like the other. That is like just the relaxation place. Uh, um, if we want to be really technical, there's the dungeon that MA is storing like all the powerful things, at least for my version. So obviously you can change all of these up. But like, what be a fourth one? What do I have here as listing? Um, actually, those would be layered. Those would be valuable things as well. Dragon Lair is like another one. I didn't. I almost didn't think about that one actually. Because like they've dealt with the amethyst layer, they've dealt with the sapphire layer, they've dealt with the ruby with an emerald layer. Uh, um, I don't. Yeah, they've not really dealt with the topaz layer. They've not really dealt with a crystal layer. Those would exist. Actually, yeah, sure. Let's go with layers. There's so basically like which one would be like the hardest to access? Obviously, the easiest one is like the reading one. So the most well-known one would be reading, which for that one it would be the emerald layer. Reading to like where would it be? The star? Yeah. Yeah, reading to uh dust dust star layer. Uh the other ones are equal, basically. Is there another one that's like equally as done? Nearest railroad, reading specifically. Um, nearest railroad. Nope. Yeah, no, it's just reading, basically. So everything else is land on. So, not exactly going to be easier or harder, basically. I guess just just roll D3, basically, or D6. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So 3D8 20s. First one is Dawsbury. Second one is like Yarlsford, I think. Yeah, Yarlsford. And then the final one is the Ruby area. Okay, I need to do two more. Okay, so Ruby did initiative. So like, uh, can R dot R to Ruby layer then B and actually wait, no. The Ruby Dragon would get offended if it was not for that. Because like they're quote unquote the like King Gem's most powerful one. So I feel like they would probably be there. So based off of that, it would be like 12 and 4. So that would be Well, actually, it would make the most sense for it to also be like in there. Uh, yeah, I guess he wouldn't care. Uh, he'll just piss it off. To be fair, it also makes sense, and actually, yeah, it makes most sense, but this way. So, oh, whoops, I have cap locks on. I keep bringing that up. Yeah, I'm just gonna place this as BR and R. So it would be Dawsbury layer, and then short line, and then R and R, and that would be the Jarl's board layer. Okay, yeah. So all that would be done, and might as well place these back in the box so that I know where they're at. Because obviously I'm gonna have everything else like with me, and basically, so I don't really need the Y. I just have it here. So the issue with it normally is the fact that like I've counted these up. Chance and Community Chest are both 20. They're both exactly 15. So there's 32 cards, or it's in total from Chance and Community Chest. 15 are repeatable. Then 16 are there only until somebody gets them. Basically. So, yeah. I mean, I guess that technically you could also, like, sell the Gila free card, but, like, let's be real. You're not. You're probably not selling it. And to be fair, you never know. Maybe you don't want to, and, like, sell it for the fact of you don't want to fight. So it is what it is. So something I kind of feel like doing is having it be a table, basically. So do chance first. So roll and result. And then like I'm gonna do the same thing for like the other one. And so yeah, there's that. So which would be like for reference, since all these can be like I'm gonna say that like there's like decks that are like always shuffling for reference. So that's why like there's things that might yeah, like there's things that will appear that might not actually like always happen. So like in this one, right? Multiple people might have like get out of jail free cards. So like if 3 people land on chance, like depending on what they do, all of them might get the get out of jail free card, basically. Depending on how I view it, I will go like say for it. Let's see. What would be like the best result? Or technically the worst result. One of the two. So advancing to go is up there. For chance, collecting 150 is also up there. I would say advanced to go is best. So that will place on to 20. Basically. Uh, on a 19, it is collect 150. Well, actually, I guess collect 150 platinum. Part of why I'm having it also be platinum, the fact that I can just go onto each of their sheets, who's playing, and just like, oh hey, you have 150 platinum. That's literally what we're doing. So, however much money you have in platinum is literally all you have. Don't don't go and change any of your gold into platinum at all. Like, that you don't, assume you don't have the gold. So basically that's one of the reasons. I could also have done it as like the electron pieces, but it is what it is. What do I say is like the worst? Yeah, let's say like property repairs. So, one, property, repairs. It's followed closely by two for like, go to arena, basically. So like, 25 per house. As 100 per hotel. Oh, basically. And for reference, I'll probably have like a hotel token and a house token, basically. Or so like I can just when somebody buys a house, it's like there. So I'm gonna try to have it be like each tile is about 4. This might be a very big thing, though. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me think about how much it would be. Okay. Oh, whoops. I left the calculator up because I was planning to go and calculate, but I'm looking over at the typical Monopoly board, or at least that I know of, because they might have changed it. But basically, like the main issues I'm seeing is like Vermont. Oh, sorry, no, not Vermont. Atlantic with income tax, and then Virginia with chance. Like those are the main two that don't match up. Then there's also Indiana chance, and then Vermont with chance. Like I was about to say, but like the fact that there's two like right next to each other that are like, oh yeah, no, like here's a chance and a chance. It's like that's fine, and I don't mind that. But like the major issue though is the fact that like, Vermont is kind of there. So like there's not really a chance on like the other side of the board, basically. Obviously something else I can do if I wanted to is add another blue. I could do that. But then also, to be fair, there's a little bit more of an uneven space by technicality. There is that. So not sure about how much I want to like change that up. Basically, because like, yeah, it's like, like it is what it is. Like I know that this is like vintage Monopoly, basically, but like still, it is what it is, and like, yeah, I don't know about how I want to like do it, because like, in theory it should be somewhat easy, but yeah. Okay, so it's not nearly as bad. So yeah, I think that I think that doing in like a 4 section would work, considering the fact that like the board doesn't fully have to be even to a certain extent. Uh, However, that said, it should be somewhat even. Uh, like, I was gonna say that uh, states and Park Place, for example, can be 4. But with this board, I'd have to place Virginia as 2 tiles, basically, so that I can match up chance on the other way. Because nobody says it has to be like an even square, right? Uh, in fact, it probably would not be an even square, considering the fact that uh, there's points where things don't match up. Uh, I will say that though that Vermont and Indiana would be the same size, same with the chances, but they're not going to be the same across the board. More specifically because with chance, right? Or rather with Vermont and Indiana, they don't match up to each other. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so that's kind of like the board. That's interesting. And that said, though, I do something that I'm really questioning with this is the fact that I see the advance to Illinois avenue, but I'm not seeing advance to Kentucky. So okay, so no, I'm just mistaken. It actually was just advance to yeah, just advance to Illinois basically. Um, Maybe I do just specify that it is Arya's Tavern then. I mean, to be fair, there would be more reason to go to Dawsbury than Arya's Tavern in particular, but it is what it is basically. Um, Virginia Hartsville. Oh yeah, right, pink. Well, actually, I should say Hartsville. Um, oh, Fortune Stall, because that actually is a little bit more sensible. So uh, which would be the most powerful out of all of those? Let's see. So St. Charles would be roll 1 out of jail. I think that the most powerful one out of that would be the Illinois one. So, advance to Dawsbury. After that, I will go and say that it's, in all honesty, probably uh, advance to where is it? It's the yeah, advance to Hartsville Fortune Stall. Oh, and then finally it's advance to Sophia Inn, basically. Because I feel that those are a little bit more powerful, basically. Because Dawsbury is most likely to be landed on, for reference. So I say that that's probably going to be the one that you more likely want, basically. Obviously, late game. Well, after somebody's done it, you probably don't want that. So I might make it this is something that's going to be interesting. Do you things might change as the game advances. So like Sophia in, well yeah, like go to arena might actually end up being like 5 in all honesty, because like depending on how powerful it is, like I Sophia in might be the 1. It might be Dosberry's do 2. And like Hartsville Fortune is the 3. It may be even that the 1, which is the role that you don't want, is like Hartsville Fortune Stall. Like maybe that's the 1. um, and so like that's the thing that I do like about this as well, or at least that's the thing that I like about it being a roll table. Um, the issue though is that if I'm doing it as a D20, I kind of want it to be something that is a little bit more equal, I guess. So I'll go and say the middle is like advance to nearest player, and then also like advance to nearest layer. So this is currently a 10, that's currently 11. Don't know where am I in those, but yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then just for placeholders, I'm doing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So obviously I'm going to change them up, basically. So like, which one was the reading? So yeah, I'm going to say that like, at least for like the start, or that like the Sophia and Dosbury and like Hartsville Fortune Stall are like up there. Advance to Dust Star Layer. Utilities aren't really that great. I guess that the 3 would be like, I go back 3 spaces, basically. Because like, yeah, that's about the most other annoying thing. Because you never know, that might actually be like hard, basically. I'd say probably the A12 is good out of jail free card. Obviously, as there's more things that are bought, then like you're kind of going to be wanting that more. 4 is pay each player 50. Is there a worse one? Is there a worse one than 50? No, not really. Oh. Yeah. Floor tax of 15. In all honesty, because this is like out there, it's like, dividend of 50. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna make that the 13. Because, like, get out of jail free is probably not gonna be as valuable. Definitely not more than, like, a layer, or basically. So, advance to next utility. That will be, like, that's the stuff that's in here. So, yeah. Right. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, right. That's 16. So I'm missing 4, basically. I might move the Portex up. Actually, I might just move advance to nearest layer down a bit. Because, like, it's not nearly as bad. And then I'll move the get out of jail free card of, a little bit up. Nah, I'm fine. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move the dividend down to like 12 and advance to utility. Because I do want it to be like a little bit more as like they're able to like make money. So wait, it's dividend for 50 and then what's so yeah, like building yeah, like building and loan mature and then it's like a bank dividend of like 50. So yeah. Paying each player 50 is actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna make that one like I'm gonna make paying each player 50 at 2. Because like let's be real. So if you're paying like however many people, that's obviously gonna be a little bit worse. So yeah. Actually, I'm gonna make the page player 50 the 1. Actually, no. I'm just gonna leave it as property repairs for now. Because like in all honesty, let's be real, it's probably gonna be 1. Basically, and like I will go and say like maybe I have it be different per person actually. Because like let's be real. So if you own like even if like for example, Dust Star layer is like the most powerful property on the board, or like Dosberry. Actually, yeah, like let's say that like Dosberry is like the most powerful property on the board. If you own it, it's not really that big of a deal. It's not really that deadly. It's not really that bad, basically. So like it doesn't really deserve the status of you crit failed. Time for your punishment. It doesn't really rise to that standard. Hold on. Okay, now that I've dealt with all the pings, basically, time to go on to chest. So, there's several things here. Namely, money. I feel like the worst one is like either go to jail or just like paying the hospital 100. But like, well, actually, I guess that would be like street repairs, basically, more specifically. Then probably like hospital or like jail. basically. Actually, does it go and specify? Uh, yeah, no, sorry. Uh, so I'm gonna assume that that's just for like each one that you own, basically. Uh, so. Oh, I didn't realize there's a 150. So like, yeah, it's kind of like a in between thing. Um, so yeah, like, uh, basically what will be like the 20 in this case is one of two cards, basically. It's either Advanced Go, oh, or it is Bank Error in your favor. The reason why I say it's one of those two is Bank Error in your favor doesn't actually move you. Advanced Go does. But both give you $200. The reason why I would say that you might want the Advanced Go, but otherwise you might want Banker in your favor, is if you want to be if it's strategic or better for you to be where you are, you're wanting Banker. But if you want out of there, but still want the 200, then you want Advanced Go. So it is one of these things. Uh, um, so again, like I said, 20 and 19. I would go and say that in general, you'll probably want uh, bank error in your favor. So 19 would be advance to go, and then and favored bank error collect 200. So obviously, like I said, all of this is in platinum. Because like I'm forced around Christmas time, I'm forcing them to play Monopoly. So yeah, it is what it is. It's gonna be a high, like it's definitely going to be like ruining friendships. I'm going to say for them to go and like trust the process. They might enjoy it. Keyword, or keyword might, but we'll see on that. Uh, so I should only have to think of like four different things basically. Uh, both for community chest and for our chance. So something that I might do with those is I might fill that in with some of the other stuff that I've been thinking about. Uh, so uh, I'm gonna sort out the bad ones. So like, let's go to jail, pay hospital. That's a good one. I'll keep that in mind. I haven't done that. Actually, that one I should probably do too. That one's not that bad. Actually, not that. That one's definitely bad. Being school tax. Oh, I didn't even notice the income tax refund. Um, and then yeah. So like, get out of jail free is kind of just like the middle. It's a high investment thing, basically. So let me order it. I'm gonna say the 50. Actually, So yeah, no, actually, the thing that you may or might want is collecting $50 from 50 platinum from each player, because that person in particular would then get it 150 plat. Uh, so it would be a little bit more interesting. Oh, and then apparently there's two ways. No, there's three ways for them to go and get exactly 100. So that's neat, I guess. So anyway, I'm going to be trying to think of like the worst ones first. So I got 5, basically. so like in general, I'm probably gonna say like school tax, like pay 150 is the worst. First, yeah, second one, street repairs. Uh, so like 40 per house, 115 per hotel. Oh, oh, yeah, now I would say jail. Or rather, go to arena, uh, 4 and then 5. So it's pay hospital 100, and pay doctor 50. Uh, uh, and then now I'm gonna be going for like some of the like higher valued things because I still need to figure out where the get out of jail free card, or rather get out of the arena free card is. As yeah, I actually should change the other one to like get out of the arena rather than get out of jail. So yeah. The only thing I hate about this now is the fact that like I have so many things that it's easier to do this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like I really like something I wish that I could do before 20 is like have it be, or have a setting to be like, hey, by the way, don't change how it is. Like, let me always see this like bar, basically. Cause like it would be so useful right now to go and have a bar that specifically was to go and like make it be that way. So I'm gonna say that like uh uh so yeah, like Grand Opera collect 50 from each player. So to be fair, like I said, that might be a better, basically. Like, uh, I'm gonna at least, I'm at least going to be like somewhat fair, basically. Like, I, I'm probably gonna have it be just like I'll ask them if they want to screw over people, basically, or each person as they want to like screw over, like everybody, well, everybody else. So I'm gonna assume that they don't, and so like basically in general, I'm probably gonna say like, rather than like collecting 50 from each player, it's collecting 200 just purely from the bank. Uh, then it's like, uh, I like life matures, or collect 100. Uh, Xmas fund, collect 100. I might change these up as well. Like uh, I you inherit 100. Um. Uh. Stock like sales as collect 45. Services, collect 25. So yeah, this one get out of the arena free is actually like 10. Income, tax refund, 20. Then beauty contest is collect 10. Ah, whoops. Oh, it is what it is. But yeah, that's like the base stuff for Monopoly. Now, there's two ways to go about this. Either A, I can be nice. So like with chess, right? I can actually make it so that like the get out of arena free card is a little bit higher up, basically. Like I might, actually, yeah, I might make it a little bit less. So like, even on the low end, right? Like you get some of the. Yeah, I might make it to where like some of the lower end ones are there. Yeah. Yeah, be a pageant might be better too. Gonna have it be like 6. Because like to get out of the arena, right? If you're doing like the payment, you have to go and like pay 50. So like in theory, like getting out of the arena free is like saying, hey, by the way, you collected 50, but it has no value until you need it. And so like it is what it is basically. Actually, yeah, right. I might make it to where like there's 100. Let me look up the yeah, like buying magic items. Because I might make it to where it's that way, and like look at it in values of like there. So are there tables that are like common and stuff? Common magic items? Is that like a table or something? No, it's just a list. Okay. I might have to make a I might make a list of things like this, basically. So it's like, yeah. How much? So that would be like there. Because like, it's gold. It's like 7, basically. So that would not be that valuable. That is 10. Okay. So get out of jail free would be about 12. Stock sales about 40. So this would be 10 to like 6. So if we're going for like about 3.5, that'll put it about 25. That's like one. No, that would be like 3.5 gold. So, that would be up 1. Whoops. Okay. Oops. Okay. Uh, th this is where it gets annoying for like Roll20. Cause like, if you ever decide like, oh yeah, no, I want to change up where things are at, then it's like, well, now time to go and have an absolute cow. Oh. Oh. And yeah, I'm gonna do that there. Nope. Gonna have to recopy it. Cause like, community chest, right? I want that to be kind of like they're getting a treasure chest. So like, uh, 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 like treasure chest. Select a random common item. This one, like the last few, I will have as like treasure chests, basically. So like collect a random uncommon item. So this is how much. So that would be about 200 gold. So actually, yeah, that would be fine. But like, the inherit and Xmas fund are actually like 13 and 14 then. Life matures is 15. Grand Opera would be like 16. Advance to Go probably would then be like 17. And Favored Banker will be like 18. Basically. Because like even if we're going with like the min values here, right? Like the well, one uncommon would be like down, like I would probably go and say that would be like above beauty contest, but like yeah, it's there. Like I said, that would be better at about 10. So that said, like uh I will make the top two rare and then very rare. So they are not going to know specifically that it's like rare and very rare there. They just going to know like, oh, so this is that valued of an item basically, because like it'll show up right there about like what it is basically. So like they're not going to be necessarily like fully seeing anything. Now chance is a different story entirely because like community chest, right? Like that's easy because like I community chest is all about like items, money, and stuff like that. Like there's one thing that is advanced, and that's it. Chance is more about like things going on with the board. And so like yeah. Uh, Actually yeah, paying like I'm gonna change paying each player to like the worst one for a chance. Because to be fair, it is. Especially in this one, considering the fact that, like, let's be real. Let's be real. Like, it's going to be a lot worse to pay, like, however many people 50 in general than what it is probably to go and do like the house and hotels, especially in probably about a 2 hour Monopoly game. Because like I'm not expecting this to be going like expect this to be like an hour, maybe 2 hours, basically. And so it's kind of gonna be like a lower, uh, like it's kind of gonna be like a more quick version, basically. Uh, I question whether or not they're gonna like it, but it is what it is, basically. And so, like, any ideas that might be worth it? Um. So there are a couple payment things. Something that might be interesting is like uh moving moving these down. Um so like moving like so if you like moving all the advances down, um and actually having in their place is at 20, that the player gets to pick their next dice roll. Player gets to pick their next dice roll. So basically, like, it's a very, very useful and powerful thing. Uh, which is something that you might expect for like a 20. Uh, uh, and so like it is what it is. Is actually, um, based off of that, something that might be also interesting. Making an arena go to 4 and have the opposite effect. So, whoops. So like each player is like a 2. But, but, uh, players in turn. Oh, whoops! It didn't mean that to be in the roll column. Players in turn order decide your next dice rolls. So basically, you kind of want to be nice to your allies, basically, because like they can choose to have you go. They can choose to be nice and like make sure, like if you get that one on chance, you can go, and like decide, like you can move over, or to like, yeah, like they can decide to be like, yeah, no, you're going to give me a chest because I don't want to send you to jail or to the arena, but I don't want you to have like too good of things, so we'll send you over to the chest. Uh, or they can send you to like just watching, just parking, maybe to go and stuff. So yeah, there's definitely things to go and use. Or if you have pissed off some people, and you've landed on chance and gotten the 1, well, assuming that there's a nice little thing called, like in normal games it would be boardwalk. In this term, it would be Sophia's Inn. It has a nice little hotel over there. If you screwed over people enough, that person might just say, you know what? Go to Boardwalk. And that's 2K that you're paying right there. And if somebody else wants to screw you over, well, if you've screwed over enough people, like, they can send you to a 20, and then the next person can send you right back around the board again, back to Boardwalk. And that's a painful thing, effectively. So yeah, be very, very careful about who you piss off with this. Obviously, if you want to play this yourselves, like, that's fine too. No, nothing to be like ashamed of. But I will say though that you'll probably need that D20 though, rather than like the chance. But it is what it is. I'm also able to do this and control, change up where things are, basically, because of just the fact that, like, I'm DM, so, like, I'm kind of like in this neutral party that's just like watching and enjoying everything that's going on, and so, like, I am really curious as to, like, what do they do? What do they do? Like, how do they react to seeing a Monopoly board on Saturday? I kind of want to finish off this before I do it, but, like, at the same time, I'm not sure about, like, like, how to change it, because, like, it's not really like like, outside of the one thing, it's not like game changing money. It's also not like game changing, like, payments, basically. But, like, it is what it is. I don't know. You know what? Uh, yeah, like, maybe surprise attack, basically. So, like, basically a surprise attack, like, there's a sudden creature, basically, that activates the, fight thing, basically. And so, like, not when they're forced into the fight, but they have to, like, succeed. Everybody else can, like, either join into the fight and get, like, the rewards, basically, or they can pass. So it is what it is. I'm probably gonna remove the idea of, like, having board money, or board items rather, because it is just what it is, basically. And so, like, so what would be, like, what would be a different thing that would be there? Maybe, yeah, like, maybe, a interesting thing of, like, kaboom! Take 2d6 damage. So basically, like, for reference, it's actually, like, how I'm expecting it to be is just, like, turn play, can mortgage, trade, or build as 3 actions. And also on turn, can well, as turn action can roll with 20 being roll again, or they can short rest us to heal without moving. So like go function is they receive 200 platinum, and refresh hit dice fully. I feel like that would be like a nice little interesting thing to where like you can actually like you can it makes it to where like you might more want to go into a fight basically, because you never know, maybe they don't, maybe you get something useful out of it, or maybe it's nothing, so who knows, like I it's a different thing basically. And so yeah, yeah, it definitely would be like a interesting session, and that's all I have for like D&D Monopoly. Uh, I got the inspiration from this from like I want to say Joker actually. I believe like I know that one of my players went and said like uh you should make D&D Monopoly, or I'm wondering how D&D Monopoly would work. And so it's like, yeah, I think I have a thing that would work. And yeah, if they don't like it, then it's like they just cash out basically, effectively, or rather like what I might, what I'll say is like I want them to give it a chance because I did work hard on it. Uh, if they don't enjoy it, then it's like, well, what can you do? I'm not really gonna. I'm not really want to go force them to do the entire session on something that they're like absolutely confused on, don't enjoy it, and just like otherwise don't really care about it, basically. Uh, but like, yeah. Uh, I will say though that in like a different thing, uh, they might be able to talk to MA and get it done, and if they really want to like do this again, basically. But like, it is what it is. I don't really say it would be there. I still need to come up with something for the ruby layer, basically. I don't even know where would be like a more volcanic city. Maybe Ashen? Maybe Ashen? But like I don't know. Probably. Probably. Ashen would make sense. Plus to be fair, if there's like a bunch of like dragons and stuff, like if there's a ruby dragon and then there's like a fire dragon, it would make sense that like uh the people that are like paying the dragons off to where they're not attacking the town and not causing issues for the town would probably give like they would probably be given like special treatment basically. Uh so yeah, that would make sense. I might do that actually, in all honesty. But it is what it is. Is I definitely do know that if I say Ashen layer, they'll probably will look over at that. It's like, Ashen has a layer, eh? It's like, I'm curious about this then. Like, only one way to find out after you do this in the dungeon. Go for it. But yeah. I probably will put away the Monopoly because I don't like. I'm not gonna need it outside of the yeah, outside of the properties. I'm not gonna need it basically. Because like everything will be kind of like on this virtual tabletop. But hopefully y'all learned something. Hopefully y'all found something useful or something that you can otherwise implement onto your games. And like I'll probably go and have like making a Ruby Dragon stat block at some point. Whether that's like next week or in a few weeks, no idea. But it is what it is. I know that this is the week that I'm gone. I might have making a Ruby Dragon when I come back, but I might go and just like have that set and upload it before, just so I can, and nothing else, like publish it if I'm like away or still away at that time. But who knows? It is what it is. It is. If you want to hear me yap about anything and everything under the sun, come to my Twitch at Gordon_fan42. On YouTube is at GordonFan. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I've only uploaded this on YouTube. I still need to get around to like downloading and getting the rest edited to where I have it to where like they don't need audio or to where you don't need the visual. But I usually will say that YouTube will be the best experience, just simply because like on YouTube you get to see like every single thing that I'm writing basically. If I'm looking something up, such as like the downtime activities with buying magic items, you can see what I'm looking at that point as well. That's why I've typically preferred using YouTube, but it is what it is. It's like I ultimately I do hope that you all learn something and can find enjoyment in this somewhat. If you're a player watching this, I apologize. I apologize for giving your DM a idea to do it. That was what again? I'm seeing. Okay. So the one layer. Good thing that I did it on the pink one, because apparently I did. Like the pink one gets its own layer. The rest kind of don't. I can see. I could be wrong or something, but I don't think I am. Yeah. It is what it is. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I will ultimately see everyone whenever next see you all. New episodes of this is every Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually sessions if I have them up the next day, but I will ultimately see everyone just whenever, and hopefully y'all have some fun with every single thing that I've been doing. But I don't think so with this one, I'll be real.